Hi, it's Helen with Floating Yoga School here at Wild Thing Yoga in Bend, Oregon. It's currently April 2020. We're in the middle of the coronavirus lockdown. So I'm here alone at the studio. A little strange for me. Normally I have a group of students to practice with and teach on, but you guys get to practice with me. We're going to do a 45 minutes all-level vinyasa class today, focused on the theme of union, exploring what the root word of yoga translates to: connection, union, oneness, through our physical practice, through linking body and mind, through our breath, and also exploring whatever else yoga means to you in your life. So some time to really go inward, analyze a little bit what your practice is, and just explore the idea of yoga. We'll get started. So find your way into any comfortable standing position. Your feet can be hip distance, they can be together, hands by your side, or if you like, palms together. Take a moment to close your eyes and allow yourself to settle into your mat. Shift your weight a little bit forward and back, side to side between your feet. Allow for a sense of rootedness through your legs, strength and connection to the earth, and then a sense of length and lightness through your upper body. The root word of yug or yuj, where yoga comes from, translates to union. And in some schools of thought, yoga is union. In some schools, it's oneness. And for you, it might mean something else entirely. So I invite you to take a moment to just think about what yoga is for you in your life. Notice how you're feeling physically. Notice where your mind is, what thoughts are arising. And start to notice and deepen your breath. If you'd like, you can turn on Ujjayi breath in and out through your nose. Let it become audible, creating that union or connection with your breath between your body and your mind. And if there's any other kind of intention, word, or feeling you'd like to create on your mat today, please feel free to set that intention now. If your eyes are closed, blink them open. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky, stand a little taller. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart, finding union, connection between the two sides of your body. We'll take that twice more. Inhale, reach out and up, gather up some good energy. Exhale, draw it down to heart center. One more time, big breath in, reach up. Exhale, hands together in front of your heart, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, reach to the sky, lengthen your sides. As you exhale, fold forward, hinge from your hips, engage your core. And then find a ragdoll position. Your feet can move to hip distance or wider if they're together, or they can stay together. You can hold opposite elbows, relax your head, create a little bit of a sway, some movement. Continue to breathe here, and we'll take 2 more rounds of breath. Release your hands. If your feet are wide, you might choose to bring them a little closer together. Lift halfway, hands to shins. Send your heart forward. Roll your shoulders back away from your ears. And exhale, simply fold, relax your head and neck. Back to standing. Sweep your arms to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Inhale, reach to the sky, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Flat back, breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, step back to a high plank upper push-up. Knees can always lower for more support or stability. As you're holding your plank, engage your core, strong legs. Press into your hands, your fingertips. Find your breath. And imagine hugging to the center line of your body, right and left side moving in, core strength, that union connection. Next, inhale, little shift forward. Exhale, lower slowly to your belly with control all the way down. We'll take 3 baby cobras. Hands can stay below your shoulders. Lift your heart as you breathe in. Exhale, lower yourself down. Twice more. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale to release. One more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale to a tabletop, hands and knees. And exhale to child's pose, hips to heels. So give yourself a moment in child's pose to really settle. Your knees can be wide or together. Drape your body across or between your knees. And let your forehead rest to the ground. Connection between your body and the earth below. You can take a little rock side to side, massage your third eye. Send breath into the back side of your body. And come back to that idea of connection, of union, or whatever else yoga means to you or means in your life. Another translation of yoga, or the root word for yoga, is to yoke. And a yoke was that thing that connected 2 horse or 2 oxen as they were farming or steering them. So you can also imagine yoga as a way to steer our life, direct our life, control and harness our power, our strength, our monkey mind, anything you'd like to steer, direct, or control. As you next breathe in, lift to a tabletop, hands and knees. Exhale to cat pose. Press the ground away, scoop your tailbone under, round through your spine. Inhale to cow, lift your tailbone, drop your belly, reach your heart forward. And exhale right back to child's pose. Hips to heels, knees can always go wider, relax your head down. We'll flow like that. Inhale to tabletop, find hands and knees, any adjustments. Exhale, cat pose, press, scoop, round, hollow out. Inhale, cow, drop your belly, lengthen your spine. And exhale, child's pose, press back toward your heels. One more time, breathe into tabletop. Stack yourself above your wrists and knees. Breathe out to cat pose, hollow out. Inhale, cow, lift your tailbone, reach your heart forward. And exhale, child's pose, hips to heels. A moment here. Next, inhale, tabletop. Exhale to downward facing dog. Give yourself a little bit of movement in down dog, a pedal, a sway, side to side. Draw your feet together so your big toes touch. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. And exhale, step or hop toward your hands. Lift halfway, long spine. Exhale, fold, relax everything down. Inhale, stand, reach your arms up. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Inhale, arms to the sky, upward salute. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale, hands down, step back, high plank, upper push-up once more. Find strength here, a little bit of rock forward and back to build some heat. If there's anything extra you want to add, you can play with lifting one foot, maybe the opposite arm. Maybe you just work stillness or a simple rock forward and back. If you're lifting one foot, try the other. And as you next inhale, shift forward, exhale, lower all the way to your belly once more. Knees can always lower first. This time, extend your arms out in front of you. So we'll take a variation of a locust pose. Reach your arms up. If it's okay on your low back, lift your feet. Otherwise, feet can stay flat. Take a breath in. As you exhale, cactus your arms, create a little bit more space. Twice more. Inhale, reach forward. Reach back through your toes. Exhale, cactus. One more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, reach it forward and back. Lift even higher. Exhale, lower. Press to child's pose, hips to heels. Relax everything toward the earth. Tabletop, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Feet together, big toes touch. This time reach your right leg to the sky. Open up your hip, bend your knee, and allow a little bit of movement here. It could be rolling your ankle, it could be drawing big circles with your knee, bending and straightening. Extend your right leg long behind you. Deep breath in, lift from your heel, engage the back of your legs, and as you exhale, step your right foot just in front of your left. We'll take a little standing splits, walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, left foot high. Exhale, left foot in front of your right. It can be nice and slow. Right leg high, breathe in. Right foot in front of your left, breathe out. Continue like that. Knees can bend as much as you like. When you've taken enough steps to find the top of your mat, come into your forward folds. A version that feels best for you. Maybe that's ragdoll once more. Maybe that's finding hands behind your neck, a gentle traction. Release your hands down if they're lifted. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Inhale, rise, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands in front of your heart, palms together. Inhale to chair pose, Utkatasana. You might choose to bring your big toes to touch, a little space between your heels. You might choose to have your feet about hip distance apart. Think about connecting right and left sides, hugging again to the midline of your body. And then unite your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Open your chest, reach your hands back. Breathe in. Exhale, fold over your legs. And if you'd like, feet can go a little bit wider. Take some movement here. I like to bend one knee, lift the opposite shoulder. You can simply relax your head. One more round of breath. Gently release your hands to the ground without slingshotting them. Lift halfway up, breathe in. Exhale, hands down, right foot steps back, and lower your right knee down to your mat. Reach both arms to the sky, a low modified crescent lunge, and then feel free to sink your hips a little bit closer to the earth. So keep your left knee above your ankle or slightly behind. If you need to, you can scoot your toes forward. And then imagine your hips sinking down without collapsing through your pelvic floor or your core. So stay engaged. From here, bend your elbows, hold opposite elbows above your head. And if you'd like, you can take a little bit of a lift from your heart, like the top back of your head touches your forearms. Continue to breathe here. Notice where you feel connection, your body to the earth, your body to your mind, yourself to something greater, or whatever yoga is for you right now in this moment. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, release your hands down. Plant your palms around your front foot. You can lift your back knee. And then see if you can take your left knee to your left tricep and hover your left foot toward your belly or toward your hips. And if that's not happening, simply hug knee toward tricep. Keep your toes on the ground. Otherwise, a little core strength. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Inhale, three-legged dog. Left leg moves up and back. Open up your hip, bend your knee. Allow a little bit of movement, some circles, bend, straighten. And release your left foot down to meet your right. Next, inhale, shift forward, high plank, upper push-up. Exhale, right back to down dog. Use your core strength to lift up and back. Twice more like that. Inhale, shift forward, ripple around forward. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips to the sky. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out. Shift forward, high plank, upper push-up. This time you can stay, hold. Your version of a vinyasa, either halfway for chaturanga, move to your up dog, or all the way to your belly for cobra or that locust pose. Downward facing dog is where we'll meet. And child's pose is always available for a moment to check back in, to reset your connection. Feet together, big toes touch. Left leg to the sky, inhale. Open up your hip, bend your knee. Some movement here, circles, bend, straighten. Explore how your hip feels, where you can breathe a little bit more space or energy into your body. Extend your left leg high, breathe in. Step your left foot just in front of your right as you exhale. That little standing splits walk. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, right foot in front of left. Can be slow. Inhale, lift. You can always take some handstand hops if you want. As you inhale, your leg lifts. As you exhale, it steps in front of the other foot. And take your time, your steps to make your way to the top of your mat. Your version of a ragdoll or of a forward fold that feels supportive. Notice your breath. Notice your mind. And come back to your sense of centeredness, rootedness, connection. Feet together if they're slightly spread, lift halfway up, breathe in, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, relax your head and neck. Rise up, reach up, big breath in. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Inhale to your chair pose, Utkatasana. Hands behind your back. Try the awkward thumb on top as you interlace your fingers. Connect your palms, reach your hands back, open your chest. And if you like that forward fold like we did last time, you're welcome to stay there. If you want to stay more upright, you can keep a chair position. Keep your chest open. If you'd like a balance challenge, you can lift your heels and sit a little bit deeper. Wherever you are, continue to breathe. Use your breath to stay connected, to practice that sensation of union, body, mind, spirit in this moment. One more big inhale. Exhale, forward fold, release everything down. If you're already in a forward fold, simply release your hands to the ground. Lift halfway, breathe in. Exhale, hands down. This time, left foot steps back and lower your left knee down toward your mat. Reach both arms to the sky. Take some time to adjust your position as you need. Even out your hips. Sink as low into your hips as feels good. Again, without collapsing or sacrificing any strength or alignment. And then hands to opposite elbows, perhaps a slight lean back. Continue to breathe fully and deeply. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands come down. Frame your front foot, lift your back knee. Plant your palms, and we'll play with right knee to right tricep or shoulder. Maybe your foot floats, find that core strength. Or perhaps you stay on your toes and simply think of hugging, uniting your tricep and your knee, squeezing it in. Inhale to three-legged dog, right leg high. Exhale, open up your hip, bend your knee. A little bit of movement. Extend your leg long, breathe in. Lower your foot down, downward facing dog, exhale. Shift forward, high plank, upper push-up. Your vinyasa or transition of choice to down dog or child's pose. Stay with your breath. And take a moment wherever you end up, on your knees for child's pose, in your down dog, in a seat, in a dolphin pose on your forearms. To simply check back in. I like these moments of rest or stillness as a chance to pause, to evaluate what's going on physically, mentally, energetically, and to come back to your intention, to the idea of what yoga is for you right now in this moment in your life. We'll take 3 full rounds of breath. Tabletop, hands and knees. Draw your knees together so they touch. Extend your right leg straight back behind you and your left arm out in front. Take a deep breath in, reach long. Exhale, elbow to knee, draw everything in, connect. Twice more. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Extend your arm and leg long. You're welcome to stay here, trying to even out your low back. Imagine hip bones drawing toward each other to engage low belly. Or if you'd like, bend your knee, find your foot with your hand, and kick back. If you're holding onto your foot, you can take a little peek over your left shoulder, challenge your balance a little bit. Find the connections, hand, foot, shin, knee to the earth, and then where you can expand and open a little bit more. Release your foot if you have it. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, lower everything down. And switch sides. Left leg back, right arm forward. Breathe in. Elbow to knee as you exhale. Draw it all together. Twice more. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more time. Breathe, reach. Elbow to knee. Exhale, strong core. Extend long, feel free to stay, find stability and length, or bend your back knee, reach for your foot. If you've got your foot kick back, maybe look over your right shoulder to find that challenge. Release your foot if you have it. Inhale, stretch long, everyone, and exhale, lower hands down, knee down. One breath in your tabletop. Puppy pose as you exhale, walk your hands forward, drop your chin or your chest. It's like in a little extended child's pose. Maybe something touches, maybe not, it's just the stretch. Hands back in, downward facing dog. Bring your feet out wide to the outside edges of your mat. Your hands can come a little bit closer to your feet. For me, that makes this a little bit more comfortable in my hamstrings and back. Right hand reaches for your left leg. It could be close to your ankle, it could be close to your knee. See if you can even out the weight in both feet, even out your hips, and look up and underneath your left arm. If you want a balance challenge, you can shift to your left foot and see if you can float your right foot. For me today, it's just on my toes. Maybe your foot floats. Foot down if it's lifted, release your hands, switch sides, left hand to right ankle or leg. A little peek up and under, even out your hips. Same option to stay or lean a little right. Try to float your left foot or come onto your left toes. Foot down if it's lifted, release your hand. We'll meet in a squat malasana near the top of your mat. So if you want to, you can simply step your feet outside your hands. If you want to play with some handstand hops, bend your knees a lot, look forward. As you exhale, imagine your squat in the air, hips over shoulders, shoulders over wrists, feet go wide. Some little hops. And then a hop to land, malasana. Hands to your heart, use your elbows to gently press into your legs back into your elbows. So there's that sense of connection, union, working together. And then hug everything to the center line of your body. Lift up and out of your pelvic floor, reach up through the crown of your head. Breathe here. One more deep inhale. Exhale, release your hands down, lift your hips, keep your feet wide. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale, bend your right knee quite a bit. Right fingertips or palm below your face, left arm to the sky. So focus more on the length of your spine, tailbone reaching back, crown of your head forward, and then if you'd like a little bit more, you can wrap your left hand behind your back. Find your right inner thigh. If you want a full bind, right arm comes between your legs, hands connect outside your right hip. But you can totally stay in the simple twist. Work that equal and opposite energetic pull. One more breath in. Release your hand down. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, switch sides. Left knee bends, left fingertips or palm below your face, right arm to the sky. Feel the draw back of your tailbone, the reach forward of the crown of your head. Stay, half bind if you'd like, right hand behind your back. Full bind if you like, left arm between your legs. But remember what this practice is for you and how you would like to take this today. One more breath in, and slowly release down. Heel toe your feet in toward each other. You might even take a little step forward if you're in the middle of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in, and exhale, fold. Rise all the way to standing, arms to the sky. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Back to your chair pose, Utkatasana, inhale. Exhale to eagle, right arm below your left. You can hold opposite shoulders like you're giving yourself a hug. You can connect your hands if that's accessible. And then if you want to keep your chair legs, that's totally cool. If you want to take your right thigh up and over your left, toes can tap, hug your calf, or wrap around. Other options to get there. So we're connecting arms, legs, everything's drawing in, going inward physically. See if you can go inward mentally and notice what's happening right now. 3 more rounds of breath. As you next inhale, unwind one-legged Tadasana, right knee high, arms to the sky. Steady eyes as you exhale. Hold here for another breath in. Exhale, warrior 3. Foot goes back, hands wherever you like them. Maybe that's palms to heart, drawing inward, connecting. Maybe that's arms wide, forward. Try to even out your hips. Draw your right hip down, pinky toe down. Strong core. One more deep breath in. Big step back to warrior 1. So I like my feet wider for warrior 1. You're welcome to adjust however you like, even feet closer together. Right heel is pivot flat, toes point slightly forward. Left toes totally forward, and then both hip bones working toward that short edge of your mat. Hands overhead, breathe in. Option to bend your elbows, take opposite elbows like we did before in our lower lunge, or to take your hands behind your back, opposite elbows at your low back, or if it's accessible, a little reverse prayer. So palms together, fingertips point up between your shoulder blades, elbows are wide. Whatever you've chosen, create that stability, connection between your feet and the earth, a sense of lifting up through your legs, your pelvic floor, right hip forward, left back, strong core, open your chest. Breathe here. 2 more rounds. Begin to straighten your front leg. We're going to take this to a pyramid pose. So you might choose to step your back foot in a couple of footprints or even halfway. You can keep the arm variation you have. You can totally release. Keep your hips as even as you can. Right hip forward, left hip back. Reach the crown of your head, your spine forward and long, and then exhale, fold over your legs. So you might stay a little bit more halfway up or upright. You can always relax your hands down. You can always relax your head and neck, and you can always bend your front knee. Try to keep drawing left hip back. It wants to pull forward. Hug inner thighs toward each other, creating that union. Breathe. If your hands are still behind your back or over your head, release your hands down. Bend into your front knee. Slide your right foot back. Plant your palms. Once again, take your left knee to your left tricep or shoulder, and this may be plenty. If you want to work into a little funky one-legged crow, for me it's helpful to step my back foot in a bit. Make a shelf, left knee to left tricep, lean forward. Maybe you can float your right foot off the ground. Not happening for me today. Maybe right knee hugs in. Play with that strength, that connection. 2 more breaths. Left leg up and back as you next inhale. Open up your hip, bend your knee. Some movement here, circles, bend, straighten, or drop your foot. Left arm forward for your wild thing. You choose how and when you return to downward facing dog. Find a vinyasa flow. Shift forward, high plank, chaturanga, up dog, or cobra. Or simply drop your knees. A moment to reset, seated, child's pose, down dog. Downward facing dog if you're not yet there. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Another chance to play with the handstand hops, this time with feet a little closer together. So it's helpful to walk your feet slightly closer to your hands. Bend your knees a lot, belly to thighs. Look slightly between or in front of your thumbs. And then hop feet to hips. Super strong arms. Eventually make your way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Forward fold as you breathe out. Rise up, reach up, arms overhead. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Second side. Inhale to chair pose. Exhale, Eagle Garudasana, left arm below your right. Hold opposite shoulders or connect your hands. Legs can stay in chair or left thigh up and over your right. Find that sense of centeredness, rootedness, union, connection, oneness. Breathe. 2 more rounds of breath here. Inhale, unwind, one-legged Tadasana and knee high. Steady eyes, continue to breathe. 1 more breath in. Your version of warrior 3, foot back, heart forward. So even though you're reaching in opposite direction, your body's moving as one. Length, strength, breath to help steer your mind, steer your focus. 1 more inhale. Big step back to warrior 1 as you exhale. And find all those little adjustments. Feet wider, feet closer in length. Arms to the sky. Notice if you're collapsing into the arch of your back foot, can you really press into the outer edge of your foot? And then find the arm variation that feels best. Opposite elbows above, opposite elbows behind, reverse prayer, something else entirely. One more round of breath. Begin to straighten out your front leg. We're moving toward pyramid. You can step your back foot in. Keep drawing right hip back, left forward, find length, and then begin to hinge from your hips. Maybe you only go halfway. Maybe you release your hands, relax your head, or bend your front knee. Use your breath to create space. Anywhere you're feeling sensation or a gentle stretch. One more round of breath here. If your hands are behind your back, gently release your hands down. Bend into your front knee, slide your left foot back. Find that low lunge position and then right knee to right tricep. Feel the hugging in sensation, hold there. If you want to play with that one-legged crow, you can make a little shelf. Right knee to right tricep. Lean so far forward, your back foot floats. Maybe knee in, maybe leg extends. Not happening today, that's okay, breathe. And then 3-legged dog, right leg moves up and back. Open up your hip, bend your knee. A little bit of movement, a flip for a wild thing if you play on the other side or want to play here. And your transition to down dog, to child's pose, to a seat. Somewhere you can reset, recenter. Check back in. And your next inhale, tabletop, hands and knees. Extend your right leg behind you, breathe in, and open your right foot out to the side. We'll take this to a standing position on your knee for gate pose. Right hand slides down your right leg, left arm stretches up and over. Breathe into your side body. And then slowly toward a modified side plank, left hand toward the ground. Right arm reaches up to the sky. This is option 1. You can extend your arm, lift your foot. Option 2, find your back foot. If you want to take it into a full side plank, you can always press into your right foot, hover your left knee, extend your left foot in front, Feel free to have fun, get creative. See if you can embody that sense of union connection and stay present in this moment. Slowly come back to your hands and knees with your right leg extended, so that little extended tabletop position. Left arm to the sky, roll your wrist a couple times. Thread to your right, drop your shoulder down, your head down. Right hand can stay, reach or wrap. And slowly unwind, left arm out and up. Release your hand, release your knee. Take any little movements to reset, shake it out. We'll take that whole thing to the other side. Left leg behind you, big breath in. Left foot extends out to the side, and then rise to standing on your right knee with your left leg long. Gate pose, left hand reaches down, right arm up and over, breathe. Notice where you can create a little bit more length and space. Through center to your version of modified side plank, right hand down, left arm above your shoulder. If you played, extend, floats, find your back foot, full side plank, lots of options. Continue to stay as aware of what's going on as you can. It's less about what we're doing in our yoga practice, more about how we're doing it. And for me, that idea of union or connection really helps remind me to stay present, to notice. Back toward a tabletop, so hands forward below your shoulders. Left leg stays out long. Reach your right arm to the sky, breathe in, roll your wrist. Thread toward your leg, shoulder down, head down. Left hand stays, reaches or wraps. Slowly unwind, left hand down, right arm reaches out and up. Exhale, release, tuck your knee under. Find your high plank upper push-up. Walk your feet back. Create that sense of strength, pressing away from the ground, but also feeling the support and the rootedness. Little shift forward. Lower slowly to your belly. Lift your feet. So you've got the option to take a cobra pose, locust, anything we did near the beginning of class, if that feels better on your low back. Otherwise, we're going to play with a little crossed ankle bow pose. So feet lift, ankles cross, and you reach back for your toes or tops of your feet. And this may be plenty. If you can't touch your feet, you can simply reach in that direction. Totally cool. If you've got your feet, kick back and let that lift you up. Keep breathing here. Slowly release down, switch to the other ankles on top. Same options to simply reach back, hold onto your feet, kick to lift, breathe. And slowly release down. Stack your hands, you can bend your knees, shimmy your bottom, windshield wiper side to side. Let your head relax. Bring your feet down, stretch your arms out wide in a T shape. You're gonna turn your head to look to your right, and with your right hand, press down to roll onto your left side. And your head can rest on the ground. You can always place something below your head for more support. Right foot kickstand, so your knee is pointing up. Right hand can come to your low back. You might try to connect your hands or even find your right ankle with your foot, with your hand. Slowly unwind back to your belly. We'll take it to the other side. Right arm extends wide. Turn your head to look left. Left hand by your side. You're going to roll onto your right hip. I've got a microphone pack there, so I'm not going to roll. And then you can take your left foot as a little kickstand. Left hand to your low back. your ankle, find your other hand. Take that stretch to the other side. So thinking of opening up your chest, in the space of physical connection when you hug, or heart connection when you connect with someone on a deeper level, let that stay open. And as your two sides feel even, back onto your belly and simply roll over so you're lying on your back. Feet to the ground, knees to the sky. We'll set up for a simple bridge pose, hands by your sides. Keep your feet right below your knees. So for some of us, that means we can touch our heels with our fingertips. For others, we have to walk our feet forward or closer in. See if you can find knees right above ankles. Press through your feet, engage your glutes, lift your hips, feel long through your spine. Palms can stay flat or they can unite together, interlace. Hug your shoulders in to really open up your chest space. Imagine you could draw your knees forward to lengthen your spine even a little bit more. Try to keep your chin right above your sternum. Neutral neck. Release your hands if they're connected. Roll yourself back down. Hug your knees to your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze and some gentle rocks side to side. A simple figure four, right ankle on top of your left thigh. You can stay as you are. You can take this to a twist. Let everything fall to your left. Sole of your right foot comes to the ground. You can take your left hand, find your ankle, draw it a little closer. You can always extend your right arm wide. Look over your right shoulder. Back through center. Untwist if you twisted, uncross your ankle. Switch legs, left ankle over your right thigh. Same option to stay still, to take this to a twist. Everything falls to the right this time. You can use your right hand to draw your ankle, your foot a little closer to your hip. Maybe left, looking over your left shoulder. Back to center, uncross, unwind. Notice what else you need before final Shavasana. A hug in of your knees, a happy baby, any other shapes. And in your time, in your way, find a supported position to rest in. Once you've found Shavasana, you're in this ultimate place of connection, union. Your job is to simply exist, be here, right now. And you're more than welcome to stay as you are as long as you would like. Ultimately, all forms of our yoga practice kind of lead us back into this place of Shavasana. It's not always easy, it's not always perfect, but this chance to be, to practice that sense of wholeness, union, connection, oneness, or whatever you define your yoga to be. So if you can, try and keep this feeling, this sensation as you move on with your day. In all that you do, practice your yoga. And when you feel ready, add a little bit of movement. Make your way up to a seated position with your eyes closed. Place your palms together in front of your heart. Lift your thumbs to the space between your eyebrows. Keep this connection, body, mind, spirit. We'll bow our heads to seal it all in. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me. If you have any questions, feel free to add them in the comments. Keep an eye out for future classes, and we'll see you very soon.